Today I'm gonna be talking about every single thing that the Loomian Legacy developers have said about Cellburst that is actually something that you guys should hear about, because by knowing this information, you can have better expectations of, I guess, what to expect when the Cellburst update finally comes out in Loomian Legacy. As you guys know, the Loomian Legacy developers have been streaming a lot, or I guess they were streaming a lot for the Loomian Legacy events. In the Loomian Legacy events, a lot of people were asking the Loomian Legacy developers many questions in regard to Cellburst. Of course, there were some questions that the Loomian Legacy developers were not answering, while on the other hand, there were a couple of questions that the Loomian Legacy developers were in fact answering. So I want to talk about the important things that the Loomian Legacy developers mentioned in regard to the Cellburst update that should hopefully be coming out sometime this year. Huge shout out to Starry for the clips, and here is clip number 1.
Somebody was asking if free skins will be able to soul burst or no. I don't know.
It would be cool if they did, but that would be a lot of extra work.
They might just be a regular soul burst of the reskin.
This actually came as a big disappointment to a lot of the Loomian Legacy community, but in fact there will be no Cellburst reskins added to the game. Honestly, I think that this is very understandable because there is in fact a lot of different reskins that the game actually has, and it is very understandable as to why the game won't be adding Cellburst reskins for now. For example, imagine Loomian Legacy making an Ikazune Cellburst. Ikazune has over like 18 different reskins, which basically means 18 different Cellburst Ikazunes that the Loomian Legacy developers have to work on, and I guess that is not very viable, to put it into a few words. Of course, this could be something that the Loomian Legacy developers could work on down the line, but for the near future, it does not seem that Loomians will be released with Cellburst reskins. Now let's go on to clip number 2.
Jamie, what concerns do you have when it comes to balancing soul burst Loomians?
Oh, soul bursts? Basically just throwing everything that I have at a wall and seeing what sticks, because it's pretty hard to test stuff for balancing wise in this game. We don't have like anything set up so I can like test balancing like super efficiently, so it's just basically like, this looks good enough, hopefully it's not too underwhelming or broken, and then I just go from there. So once it's released, then I like can go more in depth, like okay, like Dregodyne on paper, I mean, I thought it would be a little bit strong, but let's just say it was kind of broken. So then after it's released, I can take steps to either buff something or nerf something.
Jamie was pretty much talking about how hard it was to balance these Cellburst Loomians, and he gave the example of Dregodyne and pretty much how difficult it was to balance Dregodyne. I guess it is very understandable as to why it is difficult to balance these Cellburst Loomians. Pretty much expect a lot of the Cellburst Loomians to get rebalanced a couple of days or even weeks after the Cellburst update comes out. And now let's move on to the third clip that I want to show you guys about Cellburst.
Oh, they asked, will there be a special soundtrack for Cellburst?
Yeah, so on Twitter, the Soulburst video already has it in a pink little guitar riff.
Nice.
There's basically a Cellburst soundtrack that has been made for Cellburst over 2 years ago when Cellburst was originally released. The soundtrack can be played in the Cellburst trailer, which I'm gonna show it to you guys right now. I'm not gonna lie, I originally thought that this was just going to be a song for the Cellburst trailer, but now that we all know, this is actually how the Cellburst soundtrack will sound whenever we're gonna be Cellbursting our Loomians in-game. Kinda crazy how this song has been made for a total of 2 years, and we've only heard it once. Loomian Legacy music composers are always cooking with the beats that they end up making for the game. These 3 things are, I guess, the most important stuff that I've seen the Loomian Legacy developers mention about Cellburst, and if anything else comes out, I'll make sure to let you guys know. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Armenti, and we lit.